Hello Sagittarius, this will be a horoscope guys for you for October 2017. The first card marking the topic of October, that will be the Queen of Cups, and the second card accompanied her or accompanied the card, it's the Eight of Pentacles, so that's the combination. And well, I can only congratulate you guys because this month, October, the the game you are playing, or the games you are playing, the games you are involved with in your relationship, your career, they will start playing on your turf. What I mean is that the rules that the game will be built upon are going to be your rules, which means that everybody will depend on you. Everybody will ask for your permission. Everybody will be, how can I place it? Will be connected with you, and you will have on your disposal their success, their comfort, their well-being, and of course their demise if you wish to do so. However, these cards are showing guys that rather you will focus mostly upon your career here, and you will use October as a time of making very carefully a certain planning, and kind of like that will be like a preparation, and from that preparation your future will be highly dependable. Now, what can I tell you with that is that people who seek improvement from you, Sagittarius, people who seek a a bigger field or a bigger turf for exposing themselves and showing themselves toward the world, needs to sign for additional qualification. There is no doubt about that. I mean, you need to master a skill because that skill is going to pay off in a big time. But again, on this skill and how you master it and how you perform, especially into your career, will depend a lot. Will depend the success of your projects, will depend the well-being of the company. It will depend as well the well-being of your co-workers. As a matter of fact, just because a lot of things are depending on you and you are the one who will call the shots, people will try to win your kindness. People will try to get close to you, not so they can hurt you, but because they can share your grace. Okay. And also talking about relationship here, you may start feeling that your partner wants to spend more and more time with you, wants to make a stronger bond with you, and this is because they are starting to realize that they can't find another like you. They can't find a person who will care as much as as much as you care about them. For those who are single souls with these two cards, I can tell you guys that your emotions alone and the way that you feel within will not allow you to be alone anymore. I mean, at least not in the literal sense of the world being alone like a hermit, and you will start going more ever so often out, meeting with different people, and creating new opportunities in front of yourself. Now, what is going to happen with those opportunities, that depends entirely on you. However, that will be the case with you in October. So guys, you will be VIP. You will be very important person which everybody will want to have on their side, and which everybody will want to please, because like I said, many things depend on you. Many crucial things will depend on you, either into your career or either into your relationship. Now, the second card that is what you need to struggle against, so what difficulties you need to overcome, that will be the Page of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. And how you can't devote yourself on one thing when there are so many people approaching you, that will be the problem, guys. Which is the most important thing? Which things takes the first place here? Which activity is more important than the other activity? So you will have a hesitation, decide what really will have benefit for you. And I could say that none will have more benefit than the other, which means that this is just an illusion of choosing. Either thing you take either into your career or into your relationship is actually gonna bring newness in your life, and under newness I mean it will widen your circle of resources that you can have a disposal of afterwards and further in the future. But these two cards are showing that this time you actually need to, let's say, be more gentle with the people that are approaching you. This time you need to show a little bit more commiserations than usual and affectedness than usual. So whenever someone approach you, you need to start discussing the matter with them with much more, rather with a higher affectionate emotions. Okay, so it needs to look like you care. I mean, you may not, but it needs to look like that you do care, because what you will be able to implant into those people approaching you, especially career wise, is devotion, is fellowship. People will start following you because they see a huge resourceful person within you. They see someone who is bound to succeed here in October with whatever they touch, and they will want a part of that success, or kind of like they will want to take advantage of a part of that success without causing you any trouble, however. But they can be a very good asset to your things. I mean, you can use them as the same magnitude that they're going to use you, so you can have a certain breakthroughs more easier. Not that you will not be able to do that alone, but again with the help of others it's going to be much more easier. Talking about relationship here, guys, it will seem like you're throwing way too much time in it, and that's kind of fit with the explanation that your partner will want to have more time. The problem is that you will not be very well agreed with, is because there will be different things that you will want to attend to. Okay, what I can advise you is to give them the time they need, because they will repay you back with gentleness, with intimacy, with romance, and with devotion. And this is what you want from one relationship, don't you? To be your partner, to be devoted and to contribute for your personal happiness. So even if it's kind of aggravating, even if it is kind of annoying to spend that much time with them, you kind of like have to do it, guys. Okay, because otherwise the grand result here, the ultimate succession will not be able to be achieved at the end of the month. You will have some, but not as big as you can have at the end of the day. The things that actually work in your favor, we do have the magician with the 10 of wands, and this is very favorable, mostly affecting your career here, guys, because they show that how can I express it more accurately here? Now, first things first is, as I said, a lot of activity is awaiting for you there, and you will be able to cope with it with extreme subtlety, with enviable subtlety. Okay, so you will make tasks which are usually very hard to be approached, you will make to look like it's a piece of cake. Okay, and this is how you're going to start winning followers. This is how you are going to start making impression into your bosses, or into your supervisors, or into a foreign companies, if you want to say it that way, or if you do have a private business, that may attract a lot of clients, because you will very well be aware, you will have that acute business sense, what could actually work and what cannot work. And because of that, you have no manners whatsoever to throw your resources and to throw your efforts career wise in waste. So at the end, so you can be rather productive than futile in your activities. Also, you will be able to calm a lot of people with these two cards, for what it seems, excuse me, like this. uh, Calm in a sense that they may be agitated about a sudden unfoldment into their things, or the things that are involving both of you, and through a very careful analyzed speech, through the a very well skilled communications, you will be able to calm them down. You will actually be able to sag the agitation into a thrilling, and that will help you tremendously in your road moving forward. But what I want to say here is, regardless how difficult one situation looks like, first thing you need to know about it, or first thing you need to tell to yourself, is that you have everything that it is required to deal with it. And the struggle overall doesn't need to be seen from everybody, only the end result. This is how you're going to make the impression that is a piece of cake, and this is how you're going to win a lot of followers. And lastly, we do have the result of all that. That will be the Two of Swords with the Three of Swords, guys. And these two cards kind of look rather unpleasant, but they aren't in that particular case here, because these cards are showing that just in a crucial moment you will be able to kind of like turn the tides, you will be able to turn the wheel, and you will do that by being able to look at the situation, at the project, or at the people that you're working with, or at your relationship from a very different angle that is going to give you the insight you require in order to avoid a disaster, or at least to avoid a pain. That could be a missing piece of information which will make you think and reach a very accurate conclusion about what is the situation, what is the environment, and how needs to be proceeded from now. But one thing is sure, guys, things needs to change here with those two cards. But in order the change to happen, some certain truths needs to be recognized, some certain truths needs to be even spoken. They will not be liked by many, but truth is truth, and it needs to come to glare. So that being said, if you are aware of a certain truth, you shouldn't spare it to none, but you need to tell it, because that not only going to allow you to see the things from a different perspective, but also going to allow those people to see the things from a different perspective. Very well, these cards are showing that if you do have troubles into your relationship, these troubles are not caused by you, not at all. These troubles are entirely on the turf of your partner, and that's why, because this is coming into light, now the game is going to be transferred into your turf, and you will be the one who will be able to call the shots. Talking about career here, that will be a major decision making, how you can actually avoid that disaster, how you can actually make a difference, and how you can fix things, because you will be cornered at the end of the month. You will work double time, and actually the work will be mostly beneficial for you, and again you will be able to avoid not just disaster, but you will be able to traverse a project, or an activity that it is doomed, or it seemed to be doomed to be a failure into success, and this will win you a lot of recognition, just so you know that. So that was the tarot reading for you, Sagittarius, for October 2017, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you find it helpful. And if you does, please like and share the video so it can help more people. And if you happen to want a private reading with me, when you can ask your own personal questions, you can always purchase one at www.tarotpredictions.net. And this website is written also here in the description of the video, and as soon as you make your purchase there, you can contact me through the contact form, or if you don't do that, I will contact you and we will schedule an appropriate time for both of us to perform your reading. And until then, guys, I wish you the best of luck with your things in October, and see you next time. Bye.